Good afternoon. I thought today I would share with you a few things while I'm at the gallery working at the In-Town Gallery Downtown. Wanted to show you a few of my pieces that have been here that I do collage work from. I'll just kind of tell you about them. So I'm going to turn the picture around right here and show it to you. This piece right here is called Three-Piece Bouquet, and it is a result of taking acrylic palette papers and adhering them in different places to make a bouquet, kind of like a flowers. This one I painted when I only had a few canvases left in my studio, and I thought, you know, I'm going to get a little creative and make a piece that's more than one. And whenever I paint with acrylic paint, I use kind of a temporary type of palette. It's a palette paper made so that you can throw it away if you want to, but I've gotten so I don't like to throw away my palette papers because they're so pretty. So I've begun making different paintings with the palette papers. As you'll notice, like this looks kind of blotchy, you know, but that's actually how it was on the palette, and this one's kind of a different tones or values of one color, and some of them are a little blotchy here. Some have different elements of green, and through here and here. And so I'll kind of do the base color first and do some, how do I say, some layering of color. And then I'll decide, you know, kind of look at the pieces that I've torn from the palettes and start, you know, seeing, you know, hey, this looks like a flower here. So I'll just loosely, you know, adhere them to the surface of the canvas, and then I'll begin building layers. And then sometimes I might add something like this right here, which is cheesecloth. And then this right here, which is also cheesecloth. This was actually cheesecloth that I used. I'm making another painting, kind of taking off layers and things, and it had a lot of colors and interest in it. And I kind of tore them and cut some of them and made them part of the painting. I thought they kind of gave a feel of like ribbon. So I put that on there. And then it just kind of flows, you know. It took several different days that I'd work on it before I got it to a place where I felt like it had landed. And when it gets to a certain place, then I'll sometimes put in black that gives a feel of, in this case, some roses. Sometimes I do different things with that. Anyhow, that's one of my collage paintings that I've used palette papers with. Another one right here is called, let's see here, I remember. Okay, this is Crazy About Blue. And as you'll see there on the palette papers, and these have been outlined with a blue color. This was with a darker green. And then I used some kind of a thing that you use in painting rooms with, and made something that looked like a vase. And then these over here were just loosely put in. Sometimes I look at this one and think it looks kind of like a bird looking at the bouquet of flowers. Anyhow, and then you'll see some red here and there. For a while there, that was kind of a signature of mine that just signified that I was done with the painting. Felt like I had landed. And then up here is a larger piece. It's a 24 by 36, and it's called Blue Vase. It's made with acrylic paints and has some collage elements in it. The collage elements are right here with an old lace tablecloth that I took and adhered to the surface after I went over several layers of paint. And then the blue vase right here is a vase from my mother's china cabinet. She had bought it while she was in Italy years ago when we were traveling. and it became mine. And then the orange tiger lilies at the top are a result of always having tiger lilies in the last 40 years. Wherever we've lived, David and I, we've always had tiger lilies at our home. So I put tiger lilies in the painting. And then the colors are just really beautiful and inspiring. It's also done on a 1.5-inch gallery wrap canvas, and it's painted all around, kind of just pulling the colors from the painting into the sides of the piece. Kind of go close there for you to see it. And this one is also on my website, but right now it is the In-Town Gallery Downtown Chattanooga. That one is called, of course, Blue Vase. Then this other one down here is called Crazy About Blue. It's a 24 by 24 mixed media collage. And then I'll go over here and down. And here's a smaller piece. It's called Sunflowers. It's a 14-inch wide by 11-inch deep. It's an acrylic collage as well. The collage being that, you'll look close there, that is cheesecloth. And then as you look a little bit closer, there are some palette papers that are involved right here. These ones I put on and actually tore off some of it and created kind of a organic feel there. And then of course you see my red there, just kind of indicating that I'm done with that piece. Here I've actually put in some pink, which just kind of gave it some fun look. And these are called Sunflowers. And it is on a little canvas. So it's made so you can just hang it directly on the wall. As you see here. This right here is also a collage using palette papers. I've taken them and made the three little trees, or spring trees, and then the larger tree in the distance out of the palette papers. And some in the sky, the darker sections are part of the palette papers, and then I go ahead and add the rest of the color of the painting there. This one is called Three Trees, 14 by 11 acrylic collage, and it's also painted on canvas. Then up here is also another 14 by 11. These pieces kind of go together. They are made out of collage palette papers. You'll see the little trees and part of the pond, and later the part of the trees in the background. And this one is called The Pond. Those almost seem like they're a match. And then this one over here is not a collage, it is actually a large acrylic piece here on the top. It's a 24 by 36 done on 1.5-inch gallery wrap canvas. It was a development of 3 different paintings. I just saw the one called Three Trees. That was the second one done of this same subject, and this is the very last one. And this was kind of done in a loose, kind of an abstract feel of a landscape, and it is called Spring Trees. These little spring trees are actually beside a pond where my husband likes to fish. A lot of you followed me, you know my husband likes to fish, and I'll follow him out to paint from time to time. And this is the final piece of 3 paintings done on those 3 trees. But this one's called Spring Trees. It is a 36 wide by 24 inches deep on canvas. I'll show you this. This is also painted on the edges, on the sides. I've got an artistic feel to it. And then the last one on this wall that I've got to show you today is called Beauty in Comfort. And this is a painting, acrylic painting of a bouquet that was given to me from a friend during the loss of a loved one this past year. And it was quite a bit of comfort to us and just kind of brought some joy to us. So I thought I would put it into paints. I love to paint bouquets. This particular one had these beautiful large flowers. I think they were dahlias. I'm not real up on the names of the painting of the type of flowers. It has kind of a textured type of feel to it. Then these kind of really bright type of flowers were kind of a little extra in the bouquet. And then the vase over at the bottom is one that I use all the time with bouquets that I might be given or ones that I make. So you'll see it in a number of my paintings. So I'll just back up here and let you see the whole wall. These should be here for the next month or two. I change out from time to time. I changed out a few today. But I hope you can come by. We'll have our first Fridays. And you can come by and see me that night. It's the first Friday of the month, every month, from 5 to 8. We'll have some goodies and you can meet the artists. And most of the time I'm here. Thank you for joining me today and for just following what I do. And please let me know if you'd like to, what you'd like to see. Maybe some pieces you see on my website or you've seen on my Facebook and you'd like to see them videotaped. I'd love to hear your comments. So thank you very much and have a great day.